So without any further ado, let's just get to it, I guess. I could probably tilt that camera up just a little bit. Oh, not that way. Maybe there. That'll do. That's better. Right. Okay. Let's get going. I'm going to start over this side for a change, so I can work backwards and then not put my hand in the paint. It's amazing when you actually sit back and start thinking for a couple of minutes about the problem that you're having, and then come up with the simplest of solutions. It's like, who knew? But yeah, today's one of them days. I'm very tired, and finding it difficult today to concentrate on anything, because of pain and what have you, and so I've kind of been really indecisive all day long as to what to do. I played a little bit of Farming Simulator with my boy earlier on, and the conversation was a bit dry in there, unfortunately, because of the way I feel. And it was either turn the stream on and do a bit of paint by numbers, or it was going to be going to bed, lay down, and probably go off to sleep. And I just decided to do the more productive out of the options I gave myself. So yeah, here I am. And like I constantly keep saying, this is a big picture and it's going to take me a long time. So, chipping away at an hour at a time, or 2 hours sometimes, isn't going to be a bad thing. I'm just slightly concerned there as to what you can see. Oh, I can see. Yeah, you can actually see what's being painted. I'm trying my hardest to move my fingers back on the brush so you can actually see what's being done, rather than just seeing wobbly hand. I had so many plans for today. I was gonna play Palia again because I'm enjoying that. I was also gonna go into GTA and do some EMSing in there, or I was gonna go into another city and just play in there. And I don't know. Like I said, today's just a bit of a bust for me. So I'm just trying to do whatever I feel comfortable with doing. And this was it. This is what I chose. And I'm going to continue on and just do all of the fours that I can find here on the edge, just to get away from the edge, because I'm also sitting at a bit of an awkward angle. I don't know if I actually told you all, but I've organised a optician's appointment for the 20th of this month, which is a Sunday, and I'm going to try and force myself to go there. My opticians is very good with me because they know I've been suffering with all the rubbish I've been suffering with. They give me the last appointment of the day, which is usually when the store's like practically empty, and I can pretty much just walk in there and get my eyes tested. So I'm looking forward to doing that, because I think I do need a new set of glasses. Because old man-itis is definitely kicking in. That's for definitely sure. There's a corner there as well. That. I also tried to turn the background music down a bit because I noticed the video I was watching of myself the other day, the background music seems to be really kind of loud, and I just wanted it to be just that, just background music. But as always, I'm always trying to do new things. I'm always trying to make things slightly better on the stream. My ultimate goal, as I've said to you all a few times now, is I'd love to get a decent digital SLR camera so that it's a real, like, proper focused shot of this and it's clear for you all. But I'm not an affiliate because I can't be because of my situation, and so we just make do and mend. And it's working, so no harm, no foul. My wife is downstairs at the moment, currently playing Palia. She's kind of funny because she's loving the game. I knew she would. But my other boy is also in the bedroom right now playing it. That little bit there done. Another number 4 there. Don't want to come back too much because then I'm just going to give myself the problem of putting my hand in the paint even. One day I'm actually going to sit down and I'm going to figure out some really relaxing music to go with this paint by numbers. You know, because I've noticed that I put on this DMCA music, and sometimes it's really relaxing, it's nice to sit and listen to. Other times it's like lift music, which I'm not particularly happy with. And if I'm not happy with it, then I guarantee there's people out there that are also not happy with it. So just rest assured that I know about that, and I am going to do something about it at some point. There was number 4 there. So I should just do that bit. Perfect. Right, let's clean the brush. We'll dry it off because we're going to change colour now. And I think we'll go with the number 3, which doesn't look much different from number 4, to be perfectly honest. I had a really nice conversation last night with some old friends of mine and some new ones now. Off the back of it, it was really nice. It's just good to just sit and chat in a safe space. I had a laugh last night going into Rogue, doing the EMS stuff. That was kind of fun. Just, I don't know, I just think everything catches up with me rather quickly these days, and the good days and bad days uh, they're slowly but surely equaling themselves out. I'm kind of hoping that, you know, today I'm going to take things a bit slower. I'm going to just do some relaxing stuff, take care of myself, and then hopefully tomorrow I will feel better and do something a bit more high octane. But I will still be doing this as well, because I've got to keep on its back. Because if I don't, before I know it, it's going to be bang, and it'll be 6 months down the line and it won't look any different. Because I've had that happen. That's right, I'll do that edge number 3 there. This is the first time I've actually done my paint by numbers differently to how I do all the others. So this actually feels counterintuitive to me to do what I'm doing right now, but it's always good to throw yourself out of the box sometimes. You know, do something different, because this could actually work. I might move that a bit closer actually. This could actually work out a much better way of doing it, or it could just be worse, but I'm never going to know until I actually try. It's just a lazy Sunday afternoon, I guess. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with just slowing down. You know, taking a bit of time to, you know, smell the roses. That is a rather large 3. I'm kind of wishing I'd have done the other one first. But we're doing it now, so it is what it is. Sorry if I'm not being like as chatty as I normally am, and you know, constantly talking. I do try to do that in all of my videos and all of my streams and stuff. Today's just a day for relaxing, you know, and just doing something, just painting. I do keep looking at my Lego though, and I keep thinking, okay, we need to get that done. One of the reasons I'm kind of putting it off a bit is because I've got no real place to put them in this room without building some shelves or getting another kind of display case or whatever. So I've kind of been a bit lax. That is a big bit of 3, and it just goes on and on and on. Here we go. Up here. See if I can follow this down, because this is quite a big piece. But the bigger the piece, once it's done, the less to do. I think for dinner today, I have got homemade spaghetti and meatballs. My wife does amazing meatballs, amazing sauce as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm beginning to think that I didn't make this canvas, I didn't put enough tension in this canvas for the middle. I'm kind of noticing it now when I'm resting on it. I don't think it's going to be a problem, and I suppose I could just take out the staples that I've put in there and then, you know, stretch it a little bit, but I'm kind of afraid to do it in case I rip it, especially now that I've got a couple of hours into the painting itself. But I don't know. I'll see how it looks when it's finished. I'm sure we can do something about it. I also kind of worried as well that if I leave it too long, and I do it when I'm finished, then will the paint crack? Or will I have issues? I guess I'll find out, you know, as time goes on. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it's just all right the way it is. Especially when it's hung, because you're not really going to be touching it at that point. Run out of paint here, which is a bit of a pain. Most of my regulars are probably enjoying Sunday lunch right now. No doubt at some point someone will roll in eventually. But until then, I guess it's just you, me, the canvas and a paintbrush. And if you're re-watching this, you know, on YouTube or on Twitch, and you're thinking, why is he just like talking to himself? And I do this because, you know, how interesting is it to watch any video where there's not somebody talking, you know, at least trying to engage, even if it's just making a conversation himself, just to try and make the video seem like there's some effort put into it. Because I see many people when they do paint by numbers and stuff, and or paintings in general, and they just sit and say nothing. And it's like, it would be so nice if you would just talk, and it doesn't even really matter what you're talking about. You just feel like there was effort put into doing it, you know. Wow, that really does go on for ages. That number 3, it goes all the way up here as well. That's a whole lot of 3. But I don't really want to go up too high, and there is a number on the top bit, so it should be nice and easy to just do that when I'm at that point. So I'm just going to focus on, my focus for today was literally just to get these 2 edges to meet. And if I could get them to meet up, then great, you know. I feel like I've done something. But I now that I'm starting to do this number 3, it's like, that was a lot. But it's all right. Not in any rush. Much to my granddaughter's disappointment. Right, okay, so we did that bit up there. And the 3 goes all the way around it. I can do that part later. We'll get this finished off because it's got to come all the way down there. Yeah, it was a good choice to do. Which is unlike me making good decisions. Normally I'm world famous for the worst decisions. It's also very difficult to hold a conversation while you're doing paint by numbers because you're trying to stay between the lines, for one, and you don't want to lose the place of where you were because you've gone over the number, which also makes it difficult when you go back and it's like, what was that? And then you got to go back to the cheat sheet. Also call it a cheat sheet, it's just the sheet. Yeah. Yeah, it literally does sound like lift music, doesn't it? I think today I am going to look in, see if we can find something a bit nicer to listen to that doesn't just sound like lift music, to have it just in the background, something nice and relaxing. Might have to clean this brush in a minute. It's starting to get a bit clumpy. I'm also trying to put it on thick as well because I don't necessarily want to go over all of this again. I suppose I should really change brushes when it comes to the bigger areas. I don't know. I don't know if it's just laziness or I just think, it's just take just as long to clean the brush out, grab the other brush, you know, get the paint on it, get done, and then because you're using a bigger brush, it doesn't take as long to do. So I don't know. I don't know if you could call that laziness or just a good idea not to. Loads of paint there. I'm going to do this bit in here next because otherwise I'm going to be having it all over my hands. Which is one of the reasons for actually doing it from this side, to be perfectly honest. Down there. I was speaking to a couple of streamer friends of mine, and they were saying like they don't understand why I do my paint by numbers on stream because, you know, I get I get a few views, I do, you know, and I have a laugh doing it. But they're like, oh, you get many more views when you're doing this and you're doing that. I said, but, and that's fine. I said, but I'm happy doing what I'm doing. You know, I think once if I start to adjust what I'm doing to just, you know, go for the likes and the views and everything else, at that point it doesn't become fun anymore. And specifically with my paint by numbers at the moment, you know, they're for my these are for my grandkids to watch. And you never know, one day if the painting lasts that long, which, you know, I hope it does, maybe they'll show their kids. Like, not everything has to be about everybody else. Sometimes you can make something for yourself. I just think there's too much pressure on streamers and YouTube creators and stuff to be the best and, you know, to get the most views and whatever else. And I just think trying too hard is just too tiring. Yeah, he's awkward being at this angle. I know I said this the other day, and I'll probably say it again, because you all know me by now. But being at the angle I'm at, I can't work out what's painted in what colour. So I'm trying my hardest to not go over another colour with this and then make a mistake. It'd be nice if I could use a proper chair. But this is another thing I'm going to be looking into, like trying to get more comfortable for doing paint by numbers. I was actually thinking of constructing some kind of lap board that I could put some form of easel on it, and then that way then I can sit back and probably do a longer stream of painting by numbers, really get somewhere in it, you know, every day. I don't know, I'm going to be doing a lot of these. So it might be worth investing in something. But I do like streaming these, and I do like sharing them on YouTube, because it's nice, you know, having people come and look at what you're doing and passing comments and stuff. It's a nice feeling. Especially when you go in and you see like how many people have viewed it, how many people have left a like on it, you know. It kind of, I suppose it's all about validation. Which I suppose in a way is sad, because these days your whole life kind of revolves around validation from others, when really you shouldn't care. You should care about the validation to yourself. But when you start putting other people's opinions above your own, that's when life gets complicated. And this is why I generally tend to do things that I enjoy doing. And I'm quite happy with the fact that it's not everybody's cup of tea, you know, because everyone's got their own things in life that they like to do. Yeah. This was a really big bit of 3. I think if I'd have looked properly, I probably wouldn't have done this. But it's being done now, so can't turn the clock back. Right, let's get that here done. And then do the one next to it. This is where I find out I'm not using number 3 paint. Could you imagine? That. There. This is going quite quickly. Or maybe that's just me. There. I think, oh no, this bit down here goes all the way down here. But I'll do this and then I'll stop with the number 3 and then I'll start filling in the dots. Otherwise I'm going to be in the paint. Which is what I wanted to avoid. Is that a 3? There. And there. And this over here. We'll get this bit done. And join that up to there. Might just get around that number 4 done there. Just leaves that little bit there. Just paint out. Perfect. Right. Okay, let's change colour now. I think we'll do a number 7. I think that's the next predominant one that needs doing. Colour's number 7. Oh, lighter blue. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. This blue goes on really well. Bit there. Seven. there. Well, I definitely haven't been chatty this time, have I? That's for sure. I'm kind of hearing it myself. Like, there's loads of dead airspace. Right. That looks like the number 7s are done there. So we're going to miss a number 4 there. Because I'm not doing that yet. Probably not. Let's do some number 4s. Like I said, once we start to get up a bit more in this painting, it's going to look a lot more interesting because you're going to have a focal point. This is just like the outer border of it. So it's just like this collage of dark colours, which is the forest, I suppose, that it's supposed to be in.